Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. So today, we're talking about something that affects pretty much all of us, but especially those of you growing up in a world where screens are just everywhere. We're going to explore how you can gain true digital independence. And look, we aren't here to talk about throwing your phones in the trash, okay? We're talking about turning screen reduction into an empowering game where you actually hold the controller. I want you to think about this for a second. Who is really in charge here? Is it you or is it your phone? So often we just pick up our devices on total autopilot. You wake up, grab the phone. You feel bored for literally 2 seconds, grab the phone. To get digital independence, we need a major mindset shift. You have to decide that screens are just a tool, not an automatic habit. You are the boss of your devices, not the other way around. So how do we actually get there? Well, the old way is fighting your impulses, relying on sheer willpower to just not look at your phone. And honestly, that is exhausting and it's frustrating. The new, smarter way, working with a system. By building a personal system, we let rules and tools do the heavy lifting for us. You get to take back control of your time without feeling like you're constantly fighting your own brain.
Let's treat this exactly like a game. Level 1, Recon and Base Defense. Before you can win, you gotta set up your initial defenses against digital distraction. First up, track your baseline time. You can use built-in features like digital well-being on Android or screen time on your iPhone, or hey, just jot it down in a notebook for a few days to see your actual patterns. Second, move your most tempting apps, TikTok, Instagram, into hidden folders. When an app isn't right there on the home screen staring at you, you're way less likely to grab it automatically. And third, turn off those non-essential notifications to stop the constant buzzes and pings that keep dragging you back in.
Moving right along to Level 2, the screen budget game.
Here's where limits stop feeling like annoying parental punishments and actually start feeling like a rewarding challenge. Think of a screen budget as a daily allowance, but for screen minutes. Just like your own money, it is yours to manage and yours to spend. You get a set amount each day for games or social media, which gives you a massive sense of control. And honestly, the best part, you can actually earn more. Check this out. This is exactly how you level up. You can earn bonus minutes by completing offline actions. Finish your homework early? Boom! You just earned plus 15 minutes. Help out at home and walk the dog? That's another 10 minutes. Sit down and read a chapter of a book? You just bought yourself 20 extra minutes of screen time. Treating your time like actual currency makes you highly intentional about how you spend it, and it suddenly turns offline chores and hobbies into these cool, rewarding side missions. But what happens when the budget finally runs out? Well, you use the system. Set up your built-in app timers to automatically lock those apps when your daily budget is spent. By setting these daily time caps, apps will automatically close or become super hard to reopen when your time is up. This completely kills that temptation to tell yourself, oh, I'll just play for 5 more minutes. The device enforces the limit so your willpower doesn't have to do the work.
Now for Level 3, safe zones and health restores.
This phase is all about protecting your physical environment throughout the day. You want to start by establishing screen-free zones. Basically, designate specific areas in your house where screens are simply off limits, no exceptions. 3 major ones you should definitely consider are the dining table, the bathroom, and your bed. By making these zones completely device-free, every time you sit down to eat or lie down to sleep, you naturally just put the phone away. It builds these totally effortless boundaries. And hey, when you're out of those safe zones and you feel that sudden itch to start mindlessly scrolling, use the pause and plan routine. It's just 3 really simple steps. 1, count to 5. 2, breathe slowly. 3, ask yourself, is this something I absolutely must do right now, or can it wait? A lot of times we just use screens to avoid feeling uncomfortable, lonely, or even just bored. This tiny pause acts like a reality check, letting you choose a healthier response, like maybe taking a quick walk or just doing a quick stretch. And speaking of your health, I want you to remember this exact number, 20. This is the 20-20-20 rule, and it's absolutely crucial to protect your eye health. Every 20 minutes of screen time, look at something at least 20 feet away for 20 seconds. It reduces eye strain and naturally gives you this perfect mini break that makes it physically easier to stop, stand up, and just put the device down.
All right, here we are, Level 4, the boss battle, sleep.
Look, overcoming that nighttime scrolling habit is definitely the hardest challenge of this whole game, but it massively improves your energy and focus the next day. So here's your strategy to defeat the final boss. First, switch to low blue light activities right before bed. Maybe read a physical book or just talk with your family. Second, try listening to some calm music to wind down. But the ultimate hack, an absolute game changer, is to charge your phone completely outside the bedroom.
If your phone is literally in another room, you naturally break that toxic cycle of checking it the absolute second you wake up in the morning.
And finally, the victory lap. Team up and track progress.
This right here is what winning actually looks like. Seeing your weekly screen time actively drop over time. Once you've conquered that boss battle, it's all about keeping your motivation up long term. It is so important to check your weekly screen reports. When you compare how much time you spent this week versus last week, you can physically see your progress. Celebrate those small successes. Even if it's just a drop of a few minutes, those small, consistent changes add up to major digital independence.
Now, as you track your progress, remember to give yourself some grace. Reframe your slip-ups as feedback, not failure. You are going to have bad days, for sure. When you go over your limit, don't sit around feeling guilty. Just ask yourself why it happened and then adjust your plan for tomorrow. You can also team up with your parents on this stuff. Negotiate a fair, signed screen contract with them. Make it a real partnership where they actually support your rules rather than just acting like the phone police.
When you put these systems into play, you are literally going to get hours of your life back every single week. So the biggest question left is, what will you do with your newly reclaimed time today? Are you going to learn an instrument, go play a sport, spend some real face-to-face time with friends? The whole offline world is out there waiting for you. Go out there and level up. Thanks so much for joining me on today's Explainer, and I'll catch you next time.
Hey everyone!